Hey everyone, I'm going to go through Mephisto here with a Ceres team. There's no recovery orbs in this dungeon, so I am reliant on my auto recover and both Ceres active to keep my health up. Fortunately, most of these guys are light and or dark, so the resistance from her leader skill will really come in handy. So I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can survive while taking these guys out. Not sure if it'll work, but we'll see. So starting out, we have two devils. They're pretty generic. They have either a dark and light bind based on their weakness, and below a certain HP threshold, they will. Below a certain HP threshold, they will use Evil Slash, which does a little bit more damage than their standard hit. So they hit about 7k each, and basically all you want to do is take them out quickly, especially since there's no recovery orbs. And if you have no means of creating some of your own, then you're really in a war of attrition with all these guys. So you don't really want to waste it on them if you can help it. So there's his Evil Slash. Normally I would do about 12k damage, but since I have that resistance there, it reduced it a lot. If I can get one of these guys, I think I can pretty much sustain the standard hits from a single devil. Of course, having no recovery orbs, you get much more generous skyfalls, so something to consider. Okay, I didn't quite take him out, and even then, that would only take about 150 HP away from what I can recover. I don't have any green orbs here anyway, so nothing. Okay, and I actually might be able to auto heal back to full here while I'm charging my skills. It's kind of funny. Oh, of course I need to match something first. There we go. There's the Evil Slash. I lose a bit of HP that way. I don't know what I was doing there, but everyone's charged, so don't need to waste any more time here. I'm just kind of messing around now. If I can hold on to some green orbs for the next round, that'll make it a little easier dealing with him. Okay, so he's down. Next up is Ceres. We'll start out with the preemptive jammer, and of course he jams all my green orbs, so saving those really wasn't that productive. It's just two random attributes that he'll do that to, so it's really a matter of luck. Now, I think he'll create poison orbs on your board with a small damage attack, and below 25% he'll hit you for 26k. So, a lot of times when you try to one-shot him, it usually ends up not being enough for some teams, and then he'll just one-shot you, which is a little frustrating. So make sure you're prepared. Make sure you're dealing with those poison orbs, because you don't want any stray ones hanging around on your board. He creates only 3 each time he uses it, so if you can clear them out the first time around, then you won't have to worry about them building up on you. And he'll just keep using that until 25%, I believe. So ideally you can take him out on the first turn. If not, just be careful about that 25% threshold. Either just kill him before then, or throw out a shield or a delay. We'll see how close this puts him. Okay, so there's a Trinity Fang. Since I have the resistance and didn't do as much as it would have, I guess I'll start curing here. And I can try to take him out in the next round, but let's see. Okay, I don't think that'll do it, so I'm gonna eat another hit from him. Okay, did kill him. He only has about 1,000,000 HP, so it's not a whole lot. Of course, now I don't have any green orbs here. Next round is just Devilfish. All they'll do is a standard 8k hit. They have a 2-turn interval, so basically try to take out the ones that are on the 1-turn interval like I have here. I can't do that unless I get some good sky drops, but we'll see what happens. Okay, not quite, so I'm going to need 2 hits from that. About 2k each hit, and now they're all synced. They only have about 300k HP each, so probably my best bet here is to do a row attack. And get some additional combos in there for damage. And that should kill them. I guess what I could have done is stalled out one more turn, get an extra auto heal in there, but you know. Helheim, similar to his other iterations, he has a small chance to do a blind attack, and below 75% he'll hit you with a 40k hit. Otherwise he hits for about 18k or so. Debating whether I should eat just as a standard hit. Maybe I'll pop a Kushinada here, reduce that a little. Maybe build up some green orbs here. Still don't have a whole lot. Okay, so that was kind of wasted. Did a blind attack, but that's alright, I have more. He only has 800k HP, so he's pretty easy to one-shot if you're going for that. I could try to row here, or just eat his attack and wait out the next turn. See how much he ends up doing here. It's only about 4k, so actually, if I kept him above that, I could just recover from all his hits. So heal 6k every 2 turns. So I can do that. Let's see if I can't get another row in here just to try it out. See how much that ends up doing. And that'll also recharge all my skills as a result. So, of course, I'm likely to get a sky drop at this point. Okay, and we'll take one more hit. Alright, I'm gonna try a shadow row boost here. I think I got it. Oh no, I missed one orb. Darn. Okay, looks like 1 and some extra matches were enough anyway. Okay, so I have a Cure and Evade here, and I did resist that skill bind. Actually, I think Ceres has a Awakening for it, so maybe I was immune to that. Since that won't always happen, otherwise this would be a Cyclone Devil Dragon. If you don't have any light attributes, he'll preempt you with a Jammer. Well, he'll give you the increased chance to drop Jammer orbs for about 5 turns. So if that happens, make sure you have at least 3 on your board while that wears out, so you don't have any like stray jammers on your board. There's a chance for more to show up later, so don't worry too much about it. If you do have light attributes, he'll bind them all for 4 turns, and beyond that he'll just hit you with a Water to Dark orb change. He hits pretty hard, like every 2 turns for about 18k, and below 50% he will hit you for 25k. And I think there's a blind effect on that. So with Kieran here, pretty standard. Hits for about 8k a turn, and below 20% she'll hit a lot harder than that, about 70k. So I do have a row here. I'm still not confident with the damage, but I think she has enough HP. Fortunate thing is Ceres, her leader skill resistance does come into play here, so I don't have to worry too much about beating her 20% attack and dying from it. We'll see how much that row did. About half her HP, so it's still pretty good. I don't want to hang around with her too long because she does hit kind of hard. Let's try to save up another row here. So I'd like to not eat her finishing move if possible. Maybe at least one more green orb. Okay. So let's try taking her out. Okay, that was a good combo, and that should finish her off. So I got a good spirit jewel out of that. Alright, so next we have Fallen Angel Lucifer. If you have dark attributes on your team, he'll bind those for about 3 turns, similar to Cyclone Devil Dragon before him. Otherwise, he'll preempt with that poison attack like he just did to me. And what he'll do is, he'll either, well, I think he just has a chance to change dark to Jammer, and that's where you could clean up any additional Jammer orbs left over from Cyclone Devil Dragon if you do have any. And he'll just hit you with a standard attack, about 11k or so. When he hits 30%, he'll skip his turn and then do his Morning Star hit, which is about 200k. I'm not sure how much that would do to me. 200. It still hit me for about 12.5k or so, which, you know, that kind of hurts. I'm not sure if he'll alternate between those two. Yeah, he will alternate between those two, so it's best to just not let that happen. And just, when he gets near that threshold, just take him out, you know, before he can do anything. You do have a free turn when he skips it, so you don't have to worry too much about, you know, reaching that on accident. Make sure you're getting rid of all your Jammer orbs, or at least have enough to get rid of them later. Especially when you get to Mephisto, you know, you want all the board availability that you can get. He has about 3 million HP, so he's pretty bulky. If only you could say the same for his actual card. Not a lot of HP on that guy. Okay, so that was just a standard hit. I'm a bit worried I only have 2 dark orbs here. Hopefully I can get more, because I'll change those to jammers. Alright, he's just hitting me with his normal hits. That's fine. Okay, there's a jammer hit. I do want to get rid of those, so heading back to 2 dark orbs again. I'm not liking that. And that's what happens, so try to be careful here not to put them into 30% with some unfortunate skyfalls. Okay, there we go. So maybe let's get a row in here. Okay, so there's his skip turn. Next one he'll do Morning Star. I do need to use a shield here. because otherwise he'll hit pretty damn hard. I don't think no, I wouldn't survive it without it. So hopefully I can take him out on this turn. Got rid of all my jammer orbs, so that's good. Got some good Skyfalls. Unfortunately, none of those were extra green orbs, so I'm only working on a 3-match here. Okay, still wasn't enough, so 13k hit. He'll skip his next turn. I might as well use the Ceres here and, you know, start working on her cooldown. I could try to save up a row, but no, that was terrible. Okay, looks like I might have to eat another one unless I get lucky here. Wasn't terribly planning on that, but just bad luck with orb drops. Be nice. Oh my god, really close. Okay, so there it is again. I know I'll be able to kill him, so I'll just do a match there, get an auto recover in there, and I'll finish him off here. I'm around Mephisto. He preempts with a status shield for about 4 turns, so don't plan on delaying him right away. There it is. He'll alternate between a dark, like a blind attack, and just a normal hit. Blindness hits for about 9k, normal hit is about 12k. He does do a God bind below 75% for about 3 turns, so be ready for that. The good thing about Ceres here is she is bind immune, and her active skill does remove 3 bind turns, so that will work in my favor. Just have to make sure I have one of those handy, and I still do. The other one's still on cooldown. And he has about 4.6 million HP, so he's a bulky guy. Once he hit below 40%, he'll start charging his, you know, finishing move. It'll be a skip turn followed by like a 22k jammer attack, which is pretty brutal. You know, just hitting that hard alone is enough, but he has an added effect on that. And then after that, he'll hit you for about 65k, and in most cases that'll kill you. So be ready for that. Just be prepared to kill him. Most people just try to kill him in one shot. You know, again, because there's no recovery orbs in this dungeon, so most teams that go in are kind of built upon that. Just got to deal with his blind attacks here. Try to get a row in there. Some extra combos. Here's his Godbind. So it didn't look like he hit my leaders, so maybe I wouldn't have to worry about that otherwise. So I guess another thing I could do if I was leading with Kushinada is bring an orb maker and try to make a row. So I'll clear that off. And that did heal me back to full. Wasted a little bit of it, but you know, got rid of the binds. I suppose I could have waited another turn because I have no green matches here, but it's alright. And then he'll be back to alternating between, you know, blind and standard hit. Looks like I can recover from his blind attack since it doesn't hit that hard. So it's kind of a free turn for me. Actually, same with that one, so honestly I could take my time here. I'm recovering from all his damage. We'll see what happens when we get to 40%. The good thing is I resist both light and dark, so I don't have to worry about, you know, his attribute change. It will not affect me in the slightest. closing in on 50%. So that put him past the threshold. He's still above 40, so we'll see. Let's try to get another row in and, you know, put him well below 40 if we can help it. Let's see how hard a hit I can get in here, because he will start hitting a lot harder, and his jammer attacks will be pretty obnoxious if I'm trying to save up some orbs. So let's get those guys down there. Okay, I think I have enough. Or I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I need one more green orb. Now to get 2 rows in here. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna try to redeem myself and do this blinded again. There. Okay, that'll put him below 40%. And that hit really hard. Okay, so he'll do 3, and then next turn should be a jammer. Hard hit. I think. I guess we'll figure it out. It's not too clear on his dungeon information, but we'll see what happens if he survives. Which he should survive that attack. I guess, so there it is, a jammer hit. And next one should be a 65k hit. And there it is. Of course I reduced it a lot. So I'm actually not sure what he'll do next. Maybe it'll be another skip turn, so let's find out. So I don't think he'll die on this next turn. Okay, so he's just going to spam Endless Nightmare, it seems. So I should probably pick up the pace here, because I won't be able to survive it the whole time. That hit pretty hard, so. Okay, now the Endless Nightmare. One more shield. It's probably the last I'll be able to use. Fortunately, I finally got some green orbs, so let's get a good row boost in here. Alright, there we go. So now you know that he uses Endless Nightmare endlessly once he reaches that point. A little bit ridiculous, but so kind of unconventional approach to him. I guess I never... Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of an odd approach to him, but that was actually that was kind of fun. So, good luck if you're trying to run him. He's not a great unit, so kind of a one and done sort of deal, at least in my case. But otherwise, good luck if you're trying to get him.